Did my life matter? Did I make a meaningful difference in the lives of those I love and in the world? And in order to be able to say yes, and feel really good about yourself, the life you've lived, and the legacy that you will leave, you're going to have to have done two things. Number one, capitalize on and positively leverage your human assets, what I call your wealth of spirit, as much, if not more, than your financial assets. And number two, develop, express, and pass on a very healthy relationship with money. Why? Because otherwise your family will very likely join the many other families that go from shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves within 3 generations or less. Your legacy will be merely a fraction of the value and the impact it could have had you enriched and empowered it from this holistic wealth of spirit perspective. So let's talk about money. First of all, what is money? Money is pieces of paper and bits of metals that we assign a value to. Today, it's more likely to be digits in a computer that get passed from one computer to the next. We invented money to improve our barter system. It was a heck of a lot easier to go to the marketplace with paper and coins in our pockets than it was to lug the goats and cows and chickens to exchange for goods and services. Money was created merely as an exchange, as a means of exchange. When you put money underneath a microscope, you'll see that it is made up of atoms and molecules, very much like the chair you're sitting in. Our bodies are made up of atoms and molecules. Money at its very essence is energy, and it is the energy we have around money, the meanings we attach to it, that shape our needs, our desires, our insecurities, and our fears. Today, our cultural realities change faster than our expectations and our identities. As such, we tend to direct our financial future more by our feelings and fears than by our financial facts. So what are some of these financial fears that are common to so many people, especially those with money? For women, nothing worries us more than the unrealistic fear that one day we might end up living like a bag lady in a box by the side of the road. Men are terrified that they will fail and lose it all. They stress over how to invest it and what impact it will have. And the more the assets increase, the bigger the dilemma. Wealthy men and women struggle over whether or not they're loved for who they really are, or just for what they have and what they can provide. And affluent parents stay up at night concerned that one day their children will grow up to become trust fund brats. They worry that their kids will one day resent them or even hate them if some or all of their expected inheritance is instead bequeathed to philanthropic purposes. The paradox of privilege is that it produces a lot of anxiety and hesitancy. Those with wealth know the stark reality that money alone can't buy solutions to these kinds of problems. There is no yacht so magnificent, no wine so sublime, no pair of stilettos so spectacular, that it can guarantee that we're not going to mess it all up and our kids won't become entitled creeps. It's true. I hear this all the time. The security that we seek requires a journey of change that can only come from within, shifting our perspectives and how we show up in the world. So here are 4 tips to do just that. Number 1, define your worth from the inside out. Reconnect with what you value most and what you stand for. Rigorously challenge your inner status quo when making spending and investment decisions. When you're about to make your next major purchase, ask yourself this: if no one were to see me with it, in it, beside it, wearing it, or know that I would have it, would I still buy it? If the answer is no, dig deep. What is it that you're really trying to buy with that purchase? Remember, nothing outside of you can give you what you want and need the most. If you want to be respected, you have to respect yourself. If you want to feel secure, you have to feel secure within yourself. If you want to feel valued and validated, you have to value and validate yourself. If you want to feel loved, you have to be loving to yourself, unconditionally. And besides, there isn't a Porsche Panamera in the world that comes packaged with sustaining self-esteem. It takes a strong sense of inner worth to be able to experience an outer one. Number 2, never, ever use money as a weapon of power and control. On the flip side, never, ever allow money to be used in such a way against you. I see this dynamic a lot in my work with clients, and if left unchecked, it leads a path of destruction for everybody involved, and there are no winners. No matter what side of the battle you're on, the price that you pay is your humanity, your authenticity, and your ability to create and experience that free and full life. That is your birthright. Number 3, get responsible about your financial future. Develop a personal and a family mission statement that is aligned with what you value most and your family's highest ideals. Create and maintain a financial strategy that supports those goals. Take a look at your checkbook and credit card statements, your investment portfolio. Do they reflect your highest priorities? If so, you're already getting a high experiential return on that investment. If not, it's never too late to make some changes. And when it comes to financial planning, especially if you have any confusion in that area, ask questions and keep asking questions until you get answers that you can understand. Get expert financial help and advice, but play an informed and active role in the decision-making and strategy planning. Be the steward of your financial future instead of its potential victim. And number 4, teach your children about money. Money is a taboo subject in so many families, and they do themselves a huge disservice. Talk with your children early in life about the value of the dollar and how to manage their own money. If you're involved philanthropically, get your children involved, or at least involved in the discussions. Teach them why you do what you do and how you serve and what philanthropic things you invest in and why. Make sure that you're not using money as a means of disciplinary control. If you use money to control your child, you will raise an adult who is controlled by money. Make sure that you are modeling the values you wish to instill upon your children. They learn a lot more by what you do and how you behave than by what you say. And most importantly, teach your children that wealth, money, and privilege is a blessing.